Your phone buzzes. A friend just sent you a message about someone you both know. You read it. You feel a small jolt of something: interest, curiosity, a little thrill. You type back almost instantly. You don't think about why you're doing this. But the real answer is far stranger than just being nosy. Your brain is a gossip machine. It was built for this. Every time you hear a juicy detail about someone else, a cascade of ancient chemistry floods your system. You aren't just passing time. You are running survival software that is millions of years old. Think about your closest relationships. How much of your time together is spent talking about other people? Studies suggest that nearly two-thirds of all human conversation is social and relational. That means most of what you say is about who did what, who is with whom, and who you can trust. You are doing it right now in your head. But why? Why does your brain care so much about other people's business? Why does gossip feel so good and sometimes so addictive? The answer lies in a tiny group of primates that lived on the African savanna. Your ancestors. Millions of years ago, your ancestors didn't have smartphones. They didn't have language at all. They were small, vulnerable, and surrounded by predators. Their survival depended on one thing: their group. A lone ape on the savanna was a meal waiting to happen. But a group of apes who could cooperate, that was a fortress. The problem was, groups are fragile, trust is hard to build, cheaters and liars could ruin everything. Your ancestors needed a way to know who was reliable and who was a threat. They needed a system to track social bonds. They needed to know who was grooming whom. That system became gossip. Robin Dunbar, an evolutionary psychologist at Oxford, famously argued that language evolved to replace physical grooming among primates. Grooming strengthens bonds. It builds trust. But as groups grew larger, there wasn't enough time to groom everyone. So your ancestors developed a new tool. They started to talk. Language gave them the power to groom at a distance. Instead of picking bugs off each other, they started exchanging information about who was trustworthy, who was lying, and who was in trouble. But it wasn't just about information, it was about signaling. When you share gossip with someone, you are sending a powerful message. You are saying, I trust you with this secret, or we are on the same team, or I have social value to offer. Gossip is a social currency. It buys you friendship. It buys you protection. It buys you status. Think about how you feel when someone shares a secret with you. You feel closer to them, don't you? You feel special. That is not an accident. That is your brain rewarding you for building a bond. When you gossip, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It also releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Gossip literally feels good. It is biologically rewarding. But here's the twist. Gossip also has a dark side. It is a weapon. Your ancestors used gossip to police the group. If someone was stealing food or being lazy, gossip spread. The offender would lose status. They might even get shunned or expelled. Expulsion from the group was a death sentence on the savanna. Gossip was a tool of survival. It enforced the rules of society without the need for police or laws. This is why you care when someone is a hypocrite. You are outraged when someone cheats. That righteous anger is your ancient social survival instinct kicking in. Your brain is screaming, "This person is dangerous. Warn the others." You are not just being judgmental. You are protecting your social fabric. Anthropologists have found that gossip is universal. Every known human culture has it. The content varies, but the structure is the same. People talk about other people. They talk about relationships. They talk about status. They talk about violations of norms. It is a human universal that is a strong sign that it is an evolved trait. But gossip isn't just about the past. It is about your present. Your brain still does it constantly. You judge others in your head automatically. You form opinions about people you have never met. You feel pleasure when a rival stumbles. You feel fear when someone powerful is angry with you. All of these reactions are driven by the same ancient machinery. What makes it even more fascinating is that your brain has a special region dedicated to social thinking. Neuroscientists have identified a network of brain areas that become active when you think about other people. It activates more strongly when you are uncertain about someone's intentions. Your brain is constantly running social calculations, it is assessing threats, it is evaluating allies, it is predicting behavior. This is why you can't stop looking at social media. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok are engineered to exploit this system. They are gossip machines on steroids. They give you an endless stream of information about other people. They give you dopamine hits for likes and comments. They feed your ancient survival instinct. You are doing exactly what your brain evolved to do. You are gathering social information. Mark Leary, a social psychologist at Duke, has studied the role of social status in human psychology. He found that your brain tracks your standing in your social group with obsessive precision. A drop in status triggers the same brain regions that respond to physical pain. Rejection literally hurts. Gossip is a tool to manage your status. It can elevate you or protect you from a fall. But here is the problem. Your brain wasn't designed for the modern world. It was designed for a small tribe of maybe 150 people. You knew everyone. You could track their reputations easily. Today, you interact with hundreds of people online. Your brain is overloaded with social information. It can't process it all. So it short circuits. You form opinions based on fragments. You make snap judgments. This is why misinformation spreads so easily. Your brain trusts social information from your group. If someone in your tribe says something, you believe it. The truth becomes less important than social consensus. This is an ancient survival mechanism. In the past, the group was almost always right about threats, but now the group can be wrong. So, what does this mean for you? Your hunger for gossip is not a flaw, it is a feature. It is the reason you have a society, it is the reason you have language, it is the reason you are capable of cooperation on a massive scale. Gossip built your world. It built trust across tribes. It allowed humans to connect and share knowledge. Every time you share information about another person, you are participating in a ritual that predates civilization. You are doing something deeply human. You are grooming your bonds. You are reinforcing your values. You are protecting your community. But there is a darker mirror to this. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real threats and social threats. A critical comment online triggers the same stress response as a physical predator. Your body floods with cortisol, your heart races, you feel attacked, your brain is doing its job, but its job was calibrated for a different world. Next time you feel that jolt of interest in someone else's life, pause, notice it. That is your ancestors speaking. They are telling you to pay attention. They are telling you that this information matters. They are trying to keep you alive in a dangerous world. You cannot stop gossiping. It is not a choice. It is your biology, but you can understand it. You can see it for what it is. A magnificent, ancient, flawed, and powerful tool. It gave you your humanity. It gave you your society, and it still shapes your every interaction. So the next time your phone buzzes and you reach for it without thinking, remember, you are not just being curious. You are doing something that has kept your kind alive for 200,000 years. You are connecting. You are surviving. You are human. Now pause, take a breath, and notice the chatter in your own head. The phone buzzes again.